I'm Grant Marshall. Welcome to the 2020 News Podcast for the week of June 30th, 2025, where we look back at the week's stories you need to know. 2020 News. Think of us as your uncle's police scanner on espresso. Let's get to it. The Great Egg Grab. An executive-level heist has henpecked the nation's top yolk yielder. A cocky crew cracked into the number one in the pecking order supplier and flew off with 280,000 eggs, and get this, later sent a ransom note demanding $7,500 for the overpriced orbs. Investigators are still scrambling, while America's diners wonder, is that omelet over easy or over criminally priced? In a shell-shocking twist, some say the real thieves wear suits and set prices, not ski masks and steel cartons. Yeah, that's the ticket. A California man notorious for driving his wife crazy with practical jokes wins 5 million smackaroos on a scratcher. Hubby shows the wife his fortunate win, but she thinks it's just another load of BS from her worse half. Then she says, "Could you just take the garbage out? I'm not in the mood right now." Well, that could change now that lotto officials confirm the scratcher is a matcher. Good night and good luck. Chucky's in trouble. Child's prey at a North Carolina bank where a former staffer says it was a doll's house of horrors for her when a big shot boss bedeviled the bejesus out of the brand new hire by planting a Chucky doll on the woman's office chair, a startling suit says. The case contends the claimed clown caught wind the newbie was scared stiff of the demonic doll that dishes out deathly drama. The plaintiff proclaims PTSD, while the purported piece of work puppet master is presumed to have belly laughed all the way to the bank. Take this, boss, and chuck it. Bowling for Carbine. A gut-wrenching gutter ball of gunfire rocks a quiet town near Toledo as a teen girl is found shot dead and her former high school bowling coach blown away beside her, a self-inflicted slug sealing the scene. Her dad comes home to a blood-soaked backroom blowout. No proof of a forbidden fling, but the school boss says there was obviously something going on. From 10 pins to tragedy. Mustang mayhem on the motorway. A full-throttle fiasco in the Big D as a stolen Mustang tears through traffic like a meth-fueled missile, barreling down the wrong side of a Dallas highway. 2 teens on a joyride from Justice, crashing headlong into carnage. 1 dead, 2 cops clobbered, and 4 mangled in the metal mayhem. Cops say it all started with a gunpoint grab and go. From carjacking to crash site chaos, these kids didn't just steal a car, they stole the stupid show. Sword showdown in suburbia, blades, blood, and blue lights in Poughkeepsie as a mental health check morphs into medieval mayhem. Cops come calling on a crisis call and find a man brandishing a broadsword like a Renaissance reject on Red Bull. When words fail, weapons flash, and officers send the swordsman to the shadow realm with a few fast-fired rounds. The state's now probing the police, but maybe next time. Leave the LARPing for the park, not the porch. Cash, dash, and smash. Just when you thought taking out $20 was low risk, think again. Cops coast to coast are sounding the sirens on a sinister spree called jugging, where low-life lookouts lurk near ATMs, then tail their targets to pounce post-withdrawal. From Texas to Tennessee, these back-alley bandits are turning parking lots into personal piggy banks, robbing unsuspecting folks faster than you can say balance inquiry. Police warn, keep your cash close, your car locked, and your head on a swivel, because in 2025, the money's not the only thing getting taken. Bullets, betrayal, and a bloodbath. A Minnesota state senator says he and his wife were peppered with lead 17 times in a savage shooting that slaughtered a fellow lawmaker and his spouse in the same neighborhood. Cops call it a targeted attack, but haven't cuffed a culprit, leaving locals to wonder who's next on the hit list. The senator's alive, but shaken, saying his faith saved him, not Kevlar. Politics is dirty, but this was a full metal filibuster. Hooked on stupid. A Florida felon went fishing for attention and reeled in a jail cell instead. The 29-year-old mutton-headed man, wanted for felony battery, trolled the town's top cop with a taunt on Facebook. "Y'all too busy fishing, that's why y'all didn't catch me." The Polk County sheriff saw the bait and hooked him hours later, sharing a selfie of the handcuffed clown with the caption, "Guess who we caught?" Here's some advice for you, Einstein. Don't cast shade on the sheriff when you're the one getting netted. Dispatch me if you can. A crazy-ass car chase tore downtown LA as planned theft auto outpaced and outsmarted the popo. Not only were the furious flim-flam filchers faster than the fuzz, the quick-thinking perps pulled a perfect pit stop ploy when one highwayman hopped out of his Hot Wheels and hightailed into a waiting wanted Dodge Challenger. News choppers couldn't keep up with the hot rod frauds, and the coppers ended up eating their dust too. Bolo my butt, zigzag alert be damned, muscle screech was gone in 60 seconds. Pool party. Holiday on Vice on the Isle of Ibiza as pool fools smush in and the tourist trash start throwing chairs like it's the Spanish extradition. Mayhem on the Mediterranean as these fool fighters put on an appalling performance, brawls breaking out and sunbathers getting slugged over the head with chairs. Holiday honchos have hoped to clean up the so-called party capital of the world, but countless cases of the Spanish spew slime on. The Guacamole, splashing down at a 3-star joint where the sign by the pool here reads, "Good vibes only." Columbia corpse conspiracy. He was a brilliant biologist. Now he's just dismembered debris. An Italian scientist took a tropical trip to Colombia and wound up in pieces. Cops have cuffed 4 suspects, including a local ex-con and 2 international lowlifes. His murder, premeditated and brutal, say investigators. From microscope to morgue, this DNA doc didn't see his own end sequence coming. Lesson learned, Colombia ain't for clones, and murder vacations rarely have round trips. Wolfman whack coming at ya. The man, the myth, the masked mutant. Some suspect sporting a werewolf mask is now a star of celluloid surveillance for staging a cinematic stealing in the Big Uneasy. The midnight moon was just past full in the Crescent City when this werewolf wannabe wormed his way into a workplace and went wild. The stealthy animal got his dirty paws on a pile of loot and made off like a bandit. Cops want to cage this character and strip the sick sneer off his synthetic snout. Museum of Mistakes. It's macabre meets malpractice at Philly's Mitter Museum, where bones, brains, and body parts are now under the microscope not for science, but for scandal. Once a house of historical horrors, the creepy collection of human remains is raising ethical eyebrows, with critics claiming corpses were collected without consent. The museum's defense: we preserved the past, but now they're being dissected by the present. Bottom line, when your exhibits are questionable cadavers, don't be surprised if someone calls for a full-body audit. Gator bait. The immigration man means to make migrant management even more of a monster mash. Alligator Alcatraz, the pseudonym slapped on a soon-to-be sun-beaten snake and gator-swarmed slammer smack in the middle of the Everglades. Florida's Attorney General says if people get out, there's not much waiting for them other than alligators and pythons. The critter-crawling cage coop will consist of tents and trailers impounding inmates by the thousands. The hot-as-hell hoosegow to sit by the sweltering site of an old airstrip. Could the sequel be Escape of the Swamp Creatures? That's what's happening for the week of June 30th, 2025. You can catch our daily reports Monday through Friday on Facebook, Instagram, X, TikTok, YouTube, and LinkedIn, and our weekend roundup wherever you get your podcasts. Be sure to like, follow, and share, and hit the bell to stay informed when new episodes drop. I'm Grant Marshall, 2020 News. Real stories, real fun.